Everyone reaches a moment in life when a single decision feels heavier than all the others combined. A moment when the heart pulls in one direction, but responsibility pulls in another. Today's story is about one such moment. A moment many people quietly struggle with but rarely talk about out loud. This is a story about knowing when to let go and when to hold on just a little longer. You're watching Lessons Between Lines. In a modest but lively town, there lived a man named Liam. He was 30 years old, a husband, a father of 2, and someone who carried his dreams quietly, the way responsible people often do. During the day, Liam worked as a salesperson at a company that paid him just enough to survive but never enough to feel secure. At night, when most people were resting, he pushed a small food cart at a local market, selling corn dogs to strangers whose names he would never know. Every long day and every late night had one purpose: to give his family a better life. Liam wasn't lazy. In fact, he was exhausted. His days were filled with deadlines, customer complaints, and pressure from managers. His nights were filled with heat from the stove, aching feet, and the constant fear of not selling enough. Still, he kept going, not because it was easy, but because stopping was not an option. Over time, his small food business began to grow. Customers returned. Some even asked if he would add new menu items. Liam wanted to expand, to open earlier, to experiment, to improve. But time was his greatest enemy. His body was tired, his mind was drained, and slowly, a dangerous thought began to take root. What if he quit his job and focused on his business full time? The idea brought both hope and fear. Hope, because freedom felt close. Fear, because freedom without preparation can destroy more than it builds. Liam knew one thing clearly: his job was suffocating him. But he also knew something else. His family depended on him. One Sunday, using his only day off, Liam took his family to the countryside to visit his elderly parents. The air felt lighter there. Time seemed slower. After sharing a meal and laughter, Liam took a quiet walk through the village alone. That was when he met Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert was a local farmer, respected by everyone in the village. Years ago, he had been an office worker, just like Liam. Now, he lived a different life, one built with patience rather than urgency. As Mr. Robert collected eggs near the farm, he noticed Liam's troubled expression. This surprised him. Liam had always been cheerful. Liam hesitated, then spoke honestly. He talked about his job, his exhaustion, his side business, and the temptation to resign. He admitted his fear of failing and his fear of staying stuck forever. Mr. Robert listened quietly, without interruption, the way wise people often do. When Liam finished, Mr. Robert looked at him and said something that changed the tone of the conversation. "Leaving a job is not about courage," he said calmly. "It's about preparation." He explained that many people mistake emotional pain for readiness. Stress, frustration, and burnout can make quitting feel like the solution, but emotion is a poor advisor when responsibility is involved. Before leaving a stable income, there are things that must be in place. First, Mr. Roberts spoke about starting small. He explained that most failed businesses did not fail because of bad ideas, but because they started too big, too fast. He compared it to flying a plane without learning how to take off. Some people invest heavily without selling a single product first. Others open large shops without testing demand. Experience, he said, is built step by step. Selling one item teaches you more than planning to sell 100. Liam listened carefully. He had already experienced this truth without realizing it. His small cart had taught him lessons no book ever could. Then Mr. Roberts spoke about income. A side business covering basic needs may feel promising, but it is still fragile. Unlike a salary, business income fluctuates. A safe transition, he explained, begins only when the side business consistently earns at least twice the family's monthly expenses. This buffer is not greed, it is protection. It gives room to breathe when sales drop and mistakes happen. They paused briefly, sitting under a tree. Mr. Robert poured coffee and continued. Savings, he said, are not optional. A proper emergency fund should cover at least 6 months of expenses, ideally a year. Not because failure is guaranteed, but because uncertainty is. Savings protect not just finances, but mental clarity. A worried mind cannot build a strong business. Next, he spoke about skills. Many people believe passion is enough. It is not. A business owner must understand marketing, timing, customer behavior, and basic management. Loving the product is only the beginning. Learning how to sell, adapt, and improve is what keeps a business alive. Mr. Robert then spoke about determination. Starting a business demands emotional strength. There will be days with no customers, weeks with losses, and moments of doubt. Without strong resolve, many quit not because they failed, but because they were tired of trying. Stability came next. A side business should prove itself over time. A few good weeks mean nothing. 3 to 6 months of consistent performance show real potential. Quitting too early turns hope into risk. Finally, Mr. Roberts spoke about understanding risk, not avoiding it, but knowing it. Understanding the market, competitors, and personal limits allows a person to prepare instead of panic. Risk does not disappear when ignored, it grows. When Mr. Robert finished, he asked gently, "So, are you ready to resign?" Liam paused. For the first time, he didn't feel rushed. "Not yet," he said honestly. "But now I know what I need to do." Mr. Robert smiled. Wisdom, he knew, had landed where it needed to. That evening, Liam returned home with something more valuable than motivation. He returned with clarity. He understood that quitting a job is not an escape. It is a transition that must be earned. From that day on, Liam stopped asking when he could quit and started asking what he needed to build first. And that made all the difference. From Liam's story, we learn that the biggest decisions in life should never be rushed. Dreams deserve patience. Responsibility demands preparation. And learning, like life itself, becomes powerful when practiced consistently. Thank you for watching Lessons Between Lines. If this story spoke to you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. We'll see you in the next story, where we continue learning together.